I'm Peter Webster in the Sounds of Brass newsroom, bringing you the latest brass band news from around the UK and around the world. It's been a week rich with contest results, festival announcements, new publications and major developments across the banding movement. Let's take a tour through the stories shaping the brass band world this week. A new book written by brass band historian Tim Mewton has just been published. Entitled The Brass Band Hall of Fame, it presents in its 340 pages research portraits on nearly 140 different players, conductors, composers and personalities, from the unquestionably greats to lesser-known figures, all of whom have played their role in shaping the brass band movement. From Bernard Adams to Frank Wright, each entry, some snapshot, others more extensive, add to the collective whole that provides invaluable information for any person with an interest in the banding movement, on people and musicians whom you may already know and a lot about, but others perhaps very little at all. This release is already being hailed as an essential addition to the libraries of performers, conductors and enthusiasts alike. 8 brass band musicians from the Isle of Man join players from England, Scotland, Wales, Norway and the Netherlands for a band's debut appearance at the world-famous Whit Friday Marches not so long ago in Saddleworth. They performed under the banner of Briarfield Brass and Friends, a project that has brought together musicians from different bands, backgrounds and countries. While some had experienced Whit Friday before, for many, it represented the fulfillment of a long-held ambition, with the event widely regarded as a brass musician's ultimate bucket list experience. The band had just 90 minutes of rehearsal time before taking to the streets on Whit Friday itself. Now, despite this, the group successfully completed 5 contests, performing at Delft, Denshaw, Dobcross, Diggle and Greenfield, competing against some of the world's finest brass bands alongside ensembles that had travelled from across Europe to take part. The band's highest place came at Denshaw, where they finished an impressive 18th out of 61 competing bands, with adjudicators praising the group's style, balance, musicality and overall performance. A day packed with memorable moments culminated in a fitting finale. Having arrived at Greenfield just minutes before registration closed, the band performed their march by the light of head torches and street lights before being allowed to round off the day's contest at midnight on the village green. The band was conducted by Manx music teacher and trombonist John Wright, who was making his debut as the Whit Friday contest conductor. Following the event, John commented by saying, "Although I played Whit Friday for many different bands over the years, it was great to conduct Brass and Friends during their very first appearance on the Whit Friday contest stage. For a scratch band with minimal rehearsal, they played fantastically." The band, which was formed in 1998 and takes its name from Briarfield Avenue in Onchen, where members first met to rehearse. The project was supported by the Isle of Man Arts Council through its domestic travel grant scheme as well as the Bushy Brewery. The Dr. Martin Wainstone Cup Contest, one of the most lucrative prize money events on the brass banding calendar, has unfortunately had to be postponed until 2027. One of the most lucrative contests on the banding calendar, with a first prize of £4,000, it first took place in 2010. It will be the only second time the other due to COVID-19 that the contest has not taken place. The 2025 champions were Hammonds, with the contest organisers commenting by saying that all award winners will be able to retain their trophies until the 2027 event. A spokesman commented by saying, due to the popularity of the Princess Alexandra Auditorium at Yarm School, the trustees were unable to secure a suitable date for the 2026 contest and have reluctantly taken the decision not to hold it this year. However, we are delighted that we have confirmed that the date for 2027 at the venue, which will take place on Sunday, the 4th of July 2027. For further details, please stay posted. They will be released in due course. Langholm Band from the Scottish Borders has just launched a new community music programme called We Tuners, aimed at inspiring the next generation of young instrumentalists. The initiative aims to provide opportunities to learn brass and percussion instruments, develop skills, make new friends and become part of the town's rich musical tradition. The band has a long tradition of developing youthful talent. And whilst the focus is primarily on the next generation of musicians, the programme welcomes anyone interested in learning an instrument, from someone wishing to start as an adult learning or simply returning after years away and keen to get back into shape. Participants will benefit from tuition, group sessions, performance opportunities and a pathway into Langholm Town Band. Band Secretary Christine Calvert commented by saying, We Tuners is a brand new community programme designed to help people discover the joy of making music in a fun, welcome and supportive environment. The programme is currently in its initial launch phase and we are inviting expressions of interest from families and individuals across the community to help shape the programme and determine the more suitable session times. For more information, or to register your interest, then please email wetuners@gmail.com. That's wetuners@gmail.com. The National Brass Band Championships of Great Britain has confirmed the 2026 finals test pieces across the sections. Always one of the most anticipated announcements of the year, the Nationals will remain the country's principal national brass band competition, with around 500 bands involved across region heats and the two final weekends. The test pieces chosen will be, for Section 4, Heroes of the North by Peter Graham. For the third section, it will be Snow Island by Thierry Delarue. In the second section, they will play Song of Courage by Eric Ball, the new contest edition. The section 1 will play Beyond the Falls, The Smoke That Thunders, composed by Andrew Wainwright, and the champion section will play A Road Less Travelled by Philip Spark. The latest global rankings from Brass Stats continue to show a generally international top table. Flowers Band currently sit at number 1, with Valasia Brass Band, Brighouse and Rastrick, Black Dyke Brass Band, Tries Atoll, Corey and Ikanga Bjorjevic all featuring prominently in the top 10. Now, these rankings reflect results across a wide range of contests, from the British Open and Nationals to the European Championships, String Festival and major national events worldwide. Brass Band England are pleased to announce the appointment of Sarah Bowman as Interim Chief Executive Officer. Following a successful transitionary leadership period led by Nigel Stevens from January to the end of April 2026. Sarah steps into the role after more than 6 years of growth and progression within the organisation, having joined Brass Band England in early 2019 and most recently serving as Chief Operating Officer. Her appointment reflects both her exceptional contribution to the organisation and the confidence placed in her leadership by the board and senior team. Throughout her time at Brass Band England, Sarah has played a central role in shaping and developing the organisation's programmes, partnerships, fundraising activities and operational development. Widely respected for her professionalism, strategic thinking and collaborative leadership style, she's become a key driving force behind many of Brass Band England's most significant projects and organisational developments. Also from Brass Band England, BandSafe, which is an in-depth training course developed in partnership with the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, the NSPCC, and tailored to the challenges that might face in a band or voluntary music making environment. Designed to accompany Brass Band England's BandSafe toolkit, this online course will provide you with up-to-date knowledge in safeguarding procedures and practical support in developing policies for your music group. Together, the course and toolkit can give you confidence in your safeguarding practices and ensure that your arrangements are in line with national guidance. Content of the course will cover legislation and guidance, DBS checks, policy writing, BandSafe toolkit, case study and scenarios, child performance licensing, how to use the BBE BOPA. Important note: BandSafe is safeguarding training. It is not a step-by-step walkthrough of how to apply for the BOPA. BandSafe gives your band the tools, the policies and knowledge needed to protect young people and vulnerable members. Once your band has completed the training and your other BOPA requirements, you will be eligible to apply for the BBE held BOPA. There is also a short video and flow chart on the BandSafe page explaining how the training connects to BOPA. The BBE team is available to answer questions via email or phone. For full guidance, visit the BandSafe page and the Brass Band England BOPA information page on the Brass Band England website. Alongside providing in-depth training on best practice in safeguarding, this training course is one of the qualifying elements in order for bands to use the BBE BOPA. Alongside membership and completion of the BandSafe toolkit, bands wishing to use the BOPA must have 2 members who have completed the training course within the last 2 years. BandSafe is ideal for band safeguarding and welfare officers, but it is also suitable for individuals working closely with children or adults at risk, particularly in a supervisory role. BandSafe training courses are available at a cost of £85 per attendee for Brass Band England members and £110 per attendee for non-members. You can join Brass Band England from as little as £30. For information on joining BBE, please visit or join Brass Band England's page. This event will take place via a Zoom call. Before registering for a BandSafe training course, please take a few moments to set up a personal account with Brass Band England and link it to your band. You will find instructions on how to do this under How Do I Set Up My Account with Brass Band England on the Brass Band England's website. If you want to register for the event via the registration button, you will receive a confirmation email after registration with the details of the Zoom link and some training materials in advance. Please read this information fully before you start your training session. And that's your latest brass band news from the Sounds of Brass newsroom. UK headlines, world rankings, contest updates, and a few stories that look beyond the results to the people, the ideas shaping the movement. I'm Peter Webster, and that was this week's brass band entertainment, and brass band world news.